move, a very positive move.
Yeah.
And isn't it the idea that if they can unite together, they have so many resources that that continent can eventually become self-sufficient and trade among themselves. And
it would become much more self-sufficient than the individual continents, countries. But ultimately, it's got to be global.
It's got to be global.
It's got to be
yeah,
global.
so have to.
It'll have to spread everywhere. But that'd be a pretty good start if we
That'd
had
be a good start.
A socialist federation of Latin America.
And that is Hugo Chavez's vision. To start there, isn't it?
That's where things seem to be moving, and that's what millions of people in Latin America want.
Yes.
And that's, of course, the danger, of course. Can you imagine a socialist Mexico on the border? I mean, that's a huge danger for the interest in this country, for the capitalist class in this country.
Yes.
And keep an eye on Mexico, because that's a really important thing.
Did you want to say a little something about Mexico?
Well, sure, just a couple things. I mean, the Mexican oil company, the Mexican oil company is owned by the state, and the resources from that go to some degree to benefit the people of Mexico.
Is that right?
They want to privatize this company. They want to sell it off to the big multinational
you mean it isn't
corporations.
Privatized now?
It's not privatized now. And there's been mass mobilizations of hundreds of thousands of people against privatization. They're saying if they vote for privatization, there will be civil uprisings, civil unrest in Mexico against the privatization. They don't talk about that in the media. Because, of course, in the United States, private enterprise does not have a very good name, and they don't want people to know that there's actually a revolution brewing and already beginning in Mexico itself. There's a saying in Latin America that says that when the United States gets a cold,
I've heard it.
Latin America gets pneumonia, right? Economically.
Right. Yeah, I've heard it many times.
But what happens when the United States has pneumonia?
Yes, exactly.
What's going to happen in Latin America? Already the Mexican peso has died.
Is that right?
Yes. Unemployment is rising. People can't...
Oh, no kidding.
It's even worse than just 6 months ago. Precisely.
So the economic crisis here
will have an even worse effect down there.
Oh, my goodness.
So there's no way out in any one country. Not in Mexico, not in Venezuela, not here, not any single country. That's why it has to be a worldwide solution. And that's why I think we need to be very optimistic in this period of time. Very excited about the revolutionary potential in the world. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but it's happening, it's beginning. And that's why it's important that people get involved, not only in just sort of talking about it, learning about it, but get involved, read socialist magazines, go read Karl Marx, check out books.
Yeah, we have your website on the air.
And there's a book called Reformism or Revolution, which is a book about the Venezuelan Revolution, the Venezuelan Revolution and Marxism. It's a new book that we've published. By Alan Woods, a British Marxist. It was called by Hugo Chavez the best book on the Venezuelan Revolution.
And the name of that is?
Reformism or Revolution.
Reformism or Revolution by Alan Woods.
By Alan Woods, yes.
Okay.
And this is a book that people want to know about the whole of Latin America, the revolutionary process, Venezuela, Bolivia, Cuba, history, about Marxism in general, about the struggle for socialism, economics, philosophy. I mean, it's a really cool book, and it's available if you go to our website, socialistappeal.org. You can find links to this.
Very helpful, and that's on the screen right now, socialistappeal.org to find.
Because people should get involved. Now's not the time to sit on the fences and just sort of watch the world go around.
It's so exciting.
It is exciting.
It is.
We don't want suffering. We don't want people to lose their jobs. We don't want people to lose their homes. But the fact is that's the capitalist system doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All we're doing is explaining to people the roots of that problem and the crisis, and explaining that there is a way out, and that way out is socialism.
Yes.
So.
And do you see it that when we crashed here in the United States, this most recent crash, that's kind of the beginning of things turning?
Sure. I mean,
a better direction.
The economy. I mean, capitalism on its own won't collapse on its own. It has to be overthrown. It's not going to just automatically sort of fall apart. People will suffer a lot during these economic crises, but ultimately it's going to take the organized, conscious working class to overthrow the system and replace it with something different, which is socialism.
Yes.
Again, democratic planning of the economy in the interest of everybody. A very simple idea, but an idea that they do not want us to really know about or learn about, because it's so dangerous to the interests of a handful of
Yes,
people.
right.
So,
Or like right.
Yeah.
Small
a
percentage.
small
of the
percentage of people. Exactly.
Right. Who have most of everything.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else? We have just a minute or so left.
Well,
Is
I
there
mean,
anything else? Thank you so
Latin America
much.
is really exciting.
Yes.
Has big implications for the United States. And I
Yes.
encourage people to keep watching your show.
Exactly.
I appreciate very much having me on here.
Yeah,
and I hope to come back and do an update.
I hope, yes, you will come back.
There's
and do
so much
another
going
one.
on down there.
There's so much that, and it's not in our news. Like
It's not in the
very
mainstream
much,
media.
but there's a lot going on down there.
I mean, we could do a whole show on any of these countries
Yes,
that we
we
talked
could.
about.
Let's look forward.
So
thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll have another show on Latin America soon. And thank you so much, John, for coming on and informing us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.